Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 36 of the Gilded City. We're very excited to have you with us this week for a brand new episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow the podcast, leave a rating on Apple Podcasts, and share this show with the people you think would enjoy it.
Share with your mom.
Share with your mom.
Share with your mom's friends.
Yeah.
Your friends' moms.
All of that. But we'll go ahead and get started with tonight's new episode. Last time, the party, having successfully brought down Theala Mistraleth, went to the bar for some well-deserved drinks. In the process, they also got to know one another better. Also, another member of the Watchful Order was freed from the Mind Flayer network. Octavia's dad discovered his memories had been altered, and Janara's warlock patron, Hope, informed her more of Lance Margister's ill intent. So, we are now moving into a period of downtime after your big train heist. We did cover some of the events of that downtime last episode, but we'll be going more into more of this time period. You've got roughly 2 months of time to start doing some things. But first, we're going to start with Penny because the day after the train heist was the day that Penny was supposed to be seeing her brothers and her family for holiday celebrations and whatnot. And Penny is not staying at her house right now and has not informed her brothers of such. So, Penny, you dipped out early from drinks on the evening of the 4th in order to go prepare for whatever your plan was with this. So, what is Penny's plan? What is Penny doing?
My plan was to tell my dad so he could write to my brothers like 6 days ago or whenever I found out, and then that never happened. So I will just go to my dad that night and tell him about the letter and apologize for the delay. And we will figure that out together, I guess. Okay,
yeah. So you go back to Artemis's house and go to your father in his room there. And you tell him about the letter from your brothers, and he's like, you didn't tell your brothers that our house wasn't safe?
So, Dad, it kind of just sounds like accusatory the way you're saying that.
Here we go again.
More open communication between us to kind of prevent the fights that we've had in the past. So I just want to let you know that I'm under a lot of stress at the paper and only the paper. And I think it's unfair of you to accuse me of this. And so, yeah, of course, I did not write them the letter. I meant to write them the letter, but of course I did not write them the letter. So what I could do is I could just, you know what, fun little plan. You and I go to the house tomorrow, meet Pete and Paul, pretend like we're still living there, and then at the end of the day, we just go back and it's fine.
I thought that the whole reason we were staying with your friend was because it wasn't safe at the house. And now you're saying that we should be at the house all day tomorrow?
Yeah, so that is a good point. It really, yeah, that is a good point. It's not safe. Okay. We could always go to a restaurant on me. I could pick them up at the house, give them a little brief summary of what's happening, and then we could go somewhere to eat.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
What is my persuasion? I hate the mobile thing for D&D. Yeah.
Like the full website version better?
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's +0 anyways, so that's cool. Hello. 15.
15? Okay. Yeah, don't know what other choice we have at this point, so.
I mean, we can't really celebrate here. We can't take up the dining room for a Presswell reunion. So
okay,
we can go somewhere. Were they gonna stay over? I don't remember what the letter said.
Well, they have bunks at the army base's barracks, so.
So they're just okay. So they're just staying.
I assume that they would be staying back at the barracks.
Okay. Well, I will pick them up, and we'll meet. I'll pick them up, and then I'll come walk to get you, and then we'll walk to the restaurant.
Okay.
That's our plan.
Sure.
Great. Cool.
How
are you doing?
Huh?
How are you doing? Are you okay? You happy?
I'm fine. I would rather be at home, but here we are.
I'm working on it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so the next morning you go over to your home to meet your brothers there. I would assume Benny goes fairly early in the day in order to beat her brothers there. So you go back to your home neighborhood. Okay. And you go to your house and you sort of wait outside. Eventually, your brothers arrive. They're sort of in casual clothes. Peter and Paul sort of come up and say, "Oh, Penny, hi. How's it going?"
It's great. Everything's great. How are you guys?
Good. What are you doing outside? It's a little chilly today to be.
Yeah. So I'm sure you've seen the construction.
Yeah, it's crazy how quiet it is around here.
So remember when we bought the house and we saved it and everything was great? So every other house in the neighborhood was sold to the watchful order, except ours. And long story short, I have reason to believe that the house is not safe to be in. So Dad and I are currently staying at a safe house on the other side of town. And so Dad's fine. He's doing great. He's in retirement, living his best life, reading my newspaper articles. I assume that's what he does all day. I don't know what else he'd be doing. So yeah, so that's what we're really doing. But yeah, we're going to go eat at a restaurant because the house that we're living in is actually someone kind of like an acquaintance of mine's house. And so we can't eat there. So we're going to go to a restaurant. to celebrate.
Your brothers are taken aback, and they're like,
I should have written you, but to be completely honest, like I literally it slipped my mind, like literally. So. My bad.
Paul's like, so did we save the house for nothing, or?
I'm working on it. Okay, we saved it and the house is there. Look at it. It's in great condition. She's beautiful. She's living her best life. I'm just working on the safety part of it, okay? And when I figure that out, it's gonna be fine. Dad's gonna be back in the house. Everything's gonna be good.
Make a persuasion check.
8.
8?
Yeah. Where's Janara?
How can you say everything's gonna be okay if? What? Why do you think the house is in danger?
That's a good question.
Penny, your brother Peter speaks up now. Penny, you've been acting sketchy ever since we saved the house. Where'd you get all that money to save the house in the first place? And now you tell us the house is in danger, and what's going on?
Listen, well, okay. I mean, I'm writing at the Waterdeep Times. You know I want to be an investigative reporter. The truth is, I was tapped to work on a sensitive piece that I can't really talk about because it would hurt the validity of the piece overall. But basically, by just being a journalist and interviewing people and maybe seeing some of the wrong things in some circumstances, I've kind of gotten on the bad side of a member of the Watchful Order, and I just think they are trying to get the house, and I was not letting them get the house, and so now it's kind of like a weird stalking situation, sort of. Should this have been a letter?
Just trying to process everything you said. So your job is now getting the whole family in danger.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Paul speaks up again and says, at least we are only putting ourselves in danger in the army.
Fuck him up, Paul.
And Peter's like, Paul.
No, that's fair. You're right. I mean, that is true. That's true. Yeah, if you would like to take Dad off my hands and find a better safe place for him to be, you're welcome to do
that. Peter says, well, you know, unfortunately, we live in the army barracks, the base here in town. There's not exactly a place there for Dad to stay.
Right, yeah. Yeah. It's just funny, like, isn't it like usually an older sibling thing to take care of the parents, right? But then like you decided to leave, which is fine, that's your career path. You decided to go out and save Waterdeep instead of staying at home with your aging father and, oh yeah, your sick, dying mother. But I was home for that, so I got to watch that happen and be with them. And then you guys left. So yeah, you're right. My job kind of is endangering the family, but I've also been saving the family for like the last 3 years. So pros and cons, right? Pros and
cons. Oh shit. Okay. Paul's face goes like bright red at all of this. And he starts to say something, but Peter cuts him off. Peter's like, you know what? Let's just enjoy dinner today.
I think that's a good idea.
Where's Dad?
I told him he'd come pick him up, so you can just follow me.
Let's go. And you set off and meet up with your dad and go out for a very awkward family dinner. An exceptionally awkward family dinner. Anyway, we then move into the rest of downtime. So
Let's start this one out strong.
Yeah.
Don't come for Penny. Don't come for her.
Penny slits throats and dances in the blood.
We'll go through what everybody's doing during this sort of extended period of downtime. Let's check in with Nyx first.
Alrighty. I have a couple of things. I think the easiest thing to take care of is for Nyx it's going to be difficult, but what I want to start with is I'm going to make a silenced revolver for Penny. So I guess at some point I go visit Penny. I'm like, hey, do you have so I can make things magical now. And I know that I gave you the silenced pistol that I had. But I want to like what other guns do you have that you want to be silent? Because I can make those things quiet.
I only have my revolver and my rifle.
Which one do you want quiet?
Probably my revolver.
Okay. I have a revolver. So when I am done, just so that you're like not giving up a weapon, I don't know how often you end up shooting things, but just so that you're not giving up a revolver, I'll make my one magical and then we'll switch.
Okay.
Okay?
Nyx, do you think that when I'm not with you, I'm just shooting people in the city?
No, but I think you're somebody who likes to be prepared.
That's what you thought.
I think you're someone who likes to be prepared for life. So
thank you. This is very nice.
Actually, you know what? Could I have your revolver just in case my revolver doesn't work, and then I can try again on a different one?
Yes. You take whatever you need. I don't know. You take whatever I think you gave me your silenced pistol.
Yeah, I gave you my silenced pistol, but can I have your... I talked to Ben about this, and he said that we traded guns, but I don't actually remember if we traded guns. Okay. So I have your revolver. I have two. Okay, just kidding. This conversation never happened.
Okay, so Nyx, you spend all your free time for about the first month of this downtime period. Working on this infusion. Now that you're an artificer, and about after time passes, you eventually come back to Penny and present her a revolver +1 with an additional property, meaning that it is silenced. So Penny, you may add to your inventory revolver +1, and then just make a little note that it is silenced.
Do I owe Nick's money?
No, because this is technically your revolver.
True.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then Nyx, you have the silenced pistol again. So pistol +1 and make a note that it's silenced.
Okay. So the other thing that I want to do is go talk to the people in the EPA. Because I know that I went and told them about the bill, and they were like, "Oh, we don't know anything about that yet."
Yeah.
So
So you go talk to Rotor.
Yeah.
The head of the EPA. I would say, you've been attending the sort of meetings.
Yeah.
So you can talk to him either before or after one of the EPA meetings. And when you come over to him, he's like, Nyx.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Things are good. Overall, how's the family?
Doing well. Everyone's doing okay. Oddheld and the kids are doing all right.
That's good. So I just wanted to check back in. I know a little while ago I mentioned, I asked if anybody looked into that voting bill that Lance Magister had presented to be voted on. Has anybody looked into that?
Well, we've tried to, but here's the odd thing is the actual text of the bill has been unusually hard to come by. So I'm concerned, as is the rest of the leadership, that there are some, shall we say, unfortunate riders attached to the bill.
Sure. They always like to throw in extra stuff.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, no, haven't seen the text of the bill yet. If you know anyone that could get the text of the bill, I know we would all be very interested in it.
Theoretically, who would be able to get the text to the bill?
I'd assume anyone involved in the Congress or involved in the government would have access.
Okay. Sure. There's no place where you can just, I feel like even though it's a messed up democracy, the people who are being represented should have a place to go to see these types of things.
Normally there is, but whether it's because the final version of the text has yet to be submitted or because they're hiding something, that hasn't happened.
Gotcha.
We've got allies in, upper levels of society that would be theoretically able to view any bills that have been submitted for public consideration, but the text of this particular bill has not come forward yet. And the vote on it happens in about a month or so. So I'd assume that the final version of the text is pretty close to finished.
Right. Okay. I do have one connection that I could try. So if I find anything, I'll let you guys know.
Please do. Please do.
All right. I'm going to go find Janara.
Okay. Yeah, you go to Janara's house. Yeah, she's at home that day, we'll say. And you are let in as always by Joyce. And you meet up with Janara.
Hey, Nix.
Hey, I have a favor to ask.
Okay.
So the EPA is trying to get eyes on something, like some sort of either copy or I don't know, get eyes on the new like voting bill that Lance Margister has proposed. But nobody seems to be able to get like actual access to it, which is not necessarily a good sign. And I was wondering if you could like come with me. I need to go talk to your neighbor. And
Herb?
I just feel, yeah.
Okay.
I just feel a little awkward going over there and be like, hey, I came to your house one time for a party. Can you, hey,
Honestly,
I may have stolen things from you.
Hope is really scared of Lance Margister. So I
Wait,
would
what?
love.
Hope?
Everyone knows about Hope, right?
I don't know. Nyx barely pays attention to her own life, so.
The celestial being inside of me, Hope,
Cool.
who I'm pretty sure I've told you about already.
That's possible.
Is really scared of Lance Margister, so I would love more information on him. So yeah, let's go talk to Herb.
Do you think he's available right now?
I'll bring his favorite bottle of wine that I'm sure I have on hand, and yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, cool.
You know it's Bright Shield vintage.
Once you get a taste of the Bright Shield vintage,
It is not what Janara is bringing.
Yeah, the two of you go next door. Of course, both Herb and Janara live in mansions, so next door is a little bit of a walk. But you go next door to Lance's mansion.
Herb's mansion.
Yeah.
Herb's mansion, excuse me. I'm sorry, lots of names. You go next door to Herb's mansion, and the butler who answers the door it's like, asks how he can help you, and you say you're here to see you're here to see Herb, and you have his favorite bottle of wine, and he says he'll be right back, and he shows you to the sitting room, and eventually Congressman Herb Davis comes and joins you in a sitting room. Herb, it's he's dressed very like casually today, just sort of in clothes that you would wear at home. His mutton chops look like they have been freshly trimmed, so they are they're looking very nice today. Janara, hello.
Wow. You remember my friend Nyx? She came with me to your party that you had.
Oh,
it was a great party.
Pleasure to see you again. What can I do for the two of you today? Oh, and I heard you brought a bottle of wine for me.
Of course. Well, we need a favor, and I know how much you love this wine.
Well, you must want some favor indeed. All right, what can I do for you today?
You work in the government, correct?
Yes, I am the congressional whip for the People's Vote Coalition.
Right. So you know a decent amount about the new bill that Lance is proposing. You've seen that, right?
Yes, I have.
So I don't know if this, never really asked anybody this before. What's in it?
Would we be able to get a copy of it?
Nix, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage because Janara helped by giving him his favorite wine.
Ooh, thank goodness for advantage. It's 23.
Herb sort of crosses his arms. I cannot give you a copy of the text.
Sure. That's fair enough. I'm sure that there are limited copies of the text, but how about a itemized summary of what's in it?
Could we at least read it?
So this is strictly off the record, and because you and I are such good acquaintances, Janara.
Janara is also a concerned citizen who is being represented by this vote, so
Yes, I know.
she deserves to know what's up for her vote.
The most important piece of the bill is that it will grant all citizens of majority age the right to vote, regardless of socioeconomic standing. I have expressed some concerns to Lance about some of the concessions that he has made in order to secure more votes.
I see.
There's the usual, promises that public works projects will be built in certain congressional districts, promises of tax breaks for certain businesses in certain areas. Some of it is just how any bill gets passed.
Okay.
But one of the ways Lance has secured a number of votes is that he has agreed upon a rider on the bill that would make it so that Congress could not discuss any bills concerning establishing a minimum wage, maximum work hours, or bills that would limit child labor for at least 10 years.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Why would someone in charge of the People's Choice Coalition want that?
According to Lance, it's the only way to convince enough people across the aisle to vote positively for the bill. I disagree. I think enough public pressure is going against the Purity Coalition thanks to events that have happened in the last several months, that the bill could pass without such restrictive riders. But
So
Lance is the head of our party in Congress. I I brought my concerns to him, and he did not agree that they were well-founded.
And I'm guessing this is why nobody can see the actual bill, right?
Correct. Lance is worried that if word gets out that Congress will not be able to even discuss any bills that would raise the minimum wage or set a maximum work week or limit child labor. He's afraid that enough public pressure would sway against the bill that it would never pass.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure, a lot of people would be very angry if they learned about that.
There has been a lot of political maneuvering within the party. There are a lot of people in the People's Vote Coalition that, let's just say, the only thing that unites us is we think we should extend the right to vote to everyone.
Gotcha.
So you can imagine that my job as the whip is particularly difficult, especially when I don't agree with certain elements attached to the bill.
Yeah. So this conversation is completely off the record. And I haven't been keeping, I've been real busy last month. I haven't been keeping real close tabs on some of the political pages in the newspaper. But has anybody been asking why there's no access to this bill?
There's been a few inquiries, but to my knowledge, no large-scale campaign.
Got it. Do you think that if people started the masses started demanding to see this bill, they would have to cave and make it public?
I don't know.
No. That we've got some friends in places.
Yes.
Pressure on that.
I don't want you to end up getting in any sort of trouble, though.
And yeah, no, we don't want you to get in any kind of trouble, and it wouldn't come back to you at all. Nobody even knows that. Nobody even has to know that we had this conversation. It's a fairly reasonable question for concerned citizens to have.
Yeah.
I fear that I've said a bit too much today.
We won't tell anyone that we talked.
Yeah. Let's call this conversation the end here. Thank you for the wine, Janara. As always.
Anytime.
And the two of you are shown out.
Well, that's interesting.
I think it would be wise to go to Penny and Octavia about it, but don't think we should publicly say what's in the bill, because I don't want it to go back to Herb in any way. I mean, we can tell Penny and Octavia what's in it, but I don't think we should publish it. I think it would be really easy for people to potentially connect the dots between me and Herb.
Yeah, no, my whole plan, I'm gonna go back to the EPA people and tell Brotor that maybe we should take out an ad in the Waterdeep Times, and that says that asks this question of why can't, like, there's a important bill being voted on this month, why can't the people see it?
Yeah. No,
and then also tell Penny and Octavia to maybe do some investigative reporting on this subject.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, Nix, you go back to Brotor. Very easy to convince him to take out an ad on the subject. He thinks it's a good idea, and they pay for an ad. Do you go talk to Octavia and Penny specifically and fill them in on everything, or? Yeah,
I'm gonna like go to the Waterdeep Times building.
Okay.
Because I'm more likely to catch both of them there than.
Yeah, you find both of them there, and the three of you gather in Octavia's office, and you fill them in on everything.
So, do one of you, both of you, I don't know, Octavia, do you think you could get your dad to somebody write like just a little story? I don't even know if this constitutes a story, just like a question that can.
I think I could get a short article written up and published in the next few days.
Now, I told my contact that he would. Well, I told Herb Davis that he wouldn't be involved in any of this. It could not be traced back to him.
My contact, Herb Davis.
You didn't.
You guys are my friends. It's fine.
We will credit it from an anonymous source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure other people that aren't him that we can go to as well. We can also go to Congress and try to find someone as well and ask. Generally, it doesn't have to be like I heard this from the grapevine. It could just be us being pushy.
Yep. Yeah. Also, the EPA is going to take out an ad asking this question. So you could always use that as an excuse of like, we figured that this was a good story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
No, we'll get that story written up and published in the next few days.
Thanks.
Maybe by tomorrow morning. We'll see how quickly we can gather the information to put it all together.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Great. So the new small story written by Penny Presswell and Octavia Beret comes out in the paper the following day, just asking the question, why is it that no citizens have been able to see the content of the Citizens Vote Act? That's unusual for bills of this nature. Okay, so that goes out and starts some discussion in the city, and there are other op-eds that come out after that and this sort of thing. So it becomes a bit of the talk of the town amongst people who care about politics, but not necessarily the talk of the town amongst people who don't care about politics, So anything else for you, Nix?
No, that's it.
Okay. Quickly popping over to Octavia. anything specific during downtime you're up to?
No, just like more investigation stories and stuff. Try to reconcile the relationship with my father a little bit more.
Yeah. So you work on some small stories here or there. You spend a little bit more time at home, dinner with your dad, more often, and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Studying spells, I guess, to make that easier.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's any spells from any spell books that you have, I know you just got the spell book recently, but you can feel free to spend the necessary gold to add any spells you want to your spell, or any necessary talents to add any spells to your spell book.
I'll probably end up adding all of the ones that I'm capable of doing from that spell book that I found from the Crow Man guy who. Oh, I also want to see like just sub, like not like super looking into it, if I can figure out who the heck that person was.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. You know what they looked like now. You took the mask off and all that. So
not too bad. 18.
You do a little bit of digging, but unfortunately don't come up with anything about that individual. They seem to have been not super on the grid, let's say, as far as you can tell based on the research that you've done.
Well, I mean, considering that seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Penny, other than, the time you spend with your family, with an awkward dinner and all that, anything else you're doing, or are you just helping Octavia?
Helping Octavia. I want to try to learn another spell if I can, but also it looks like it maxes me out at 5. So should I just replace a spell?
No, we can say you can learn an extra spell if you spend a good deal of time learning it. And on D&D Beyond, I may have to do something custom to give you that spell, but we can take care of that. I think you've got enough time, depending on the spell, to learn a new spell. But because you don't have a magic license, you are going to have to go a little bit around. And I know you messaged me what spell you wanted to learn. So we will say that through your connection to Gale, you visit Gale a little bit. Gale has either been able to teach you spells directly or connect you with someone who knows spells that you're interested in learning. And through your connections to Gale, you are able to eventually learn by the end of this period of downtime, you're able to learn the spell Gift of Gab. So we will I just
feel like it will come in handy. I kind of wish I had it like about 20 minutes ago. But I think in the future it would be particularly helpful for Kenny.
So funny.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll make sure that we get that spell added to your spell list. So. Okay. So next up, let's check in with Artemis.
Ooh. Artemis. What is Artemis gonna do? Artemis is gonna do what he does best and pay attention to himself. Sure. First, he's gonna revel in the fact that he has a new boat that he forgot he owns. So he's gonna spend a couple days just, being the captain of his boat. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna bob in the harbor.
At the dock.
Yeah. He's just gonna sit there, have a couple drinks, and just think, stare out over the ocean.
Yeah.
And probably, let's write a letter. I'm gonna write a letter to the Wilmington estate. I'm gonna write a letter to Goldilocks, Rose Wilmington, and see if she wants to hang out. Hope she's well. We look forward to catching up sometime. Let me know at her convenience. I'll have that letter. Let's use Danny. He gets paid.
Yeah.
Daniel will deliver that letter.
Daniel goes and delivers the letter, and he comes back and he's like, Hey,
welcome aboard.
Thank you.
We say aye when we're on the boat.
Aye.
I can't.
So I went to the house you told me to go to, and they said that the person you wanted me to deliver the note to no longer lives there. She apparently ran away from home.
Oh, she went and did it. All right. Did they mention when? Like last night or?
They didn't, but it sounded like it was a while ago.
Ooh, well, that's a lot to think about. All right. Do you want a drink? You can drink on the job and on the boat.
I'm not old enough to drink.
Right, but we're in international waters, so.
I'd rather not.
All right.
Waterdeep property.
Artemis doesn't know how that fucking
Drawing
works.
traits from the person that this character is based on, he does not drink.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the rest of my day on the boat. I'm just gonna, now that I know that Bowmin lived on my boat, I'm just gonna look around, see if, I don't know, there are blood stains.
Make an investigation check for me.
Just see if he actually did clean stuff or investigation.
Can I roll something to see how tidy I was?
Oh my god.
Yeah, actually,
19.
That's a good ask. 19. Okay. Yeah, Bowmin, let's make a tidy check. I don't know what stat tidy would be based off. Let's say wisdom. Make a wisdom check for me.
Okay. Well, okay, I got a non-nat 20.
Okay. So it looks very neat and tidy. It doesn't look like Bowmin left anything behind. It doesn't look like he left any stains, nothing like that.
All right, that's good. Next couple days, I'll just hang out on the boat when it's too cold or gray, hang out at my house. I'll probably be waiting, just sitting in an armchair when the Presswells come home from their very awkward family dinner, and I just don't say anything. try to be invisible. Probably cast invisibility. Just disappear.
Great. Great.
Eventually, I'm gonna go up into my room. Or I guess the room that I closed the door to that has my dad's chair. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend some time pacing outside that door, and then finally we're gonna go in. And we'll just say it's got a fireplace in that room. Sure. Does it have a fireplace in that room?
Sure,
it's got a fireplace in that room. I'm not gonna sit in the chair. I'm gonna bring another chair and put it facing that chair. And light a fire and just kind of awkwardly think about how on earth I would want to do what it is I'd like to do. And I'll bring out the sword and stick part of it in the fire and just kind of try to connect with the silver flame.
Okay.
Just reach out, but he doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So he's creating some stupid ritual.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say Artemis spends like several hours like trying to figure out how to connect with the silver flame with your warlock patron. And eventually, I don't even think Artemis knows when he falls asleep, but at some point he falls asleep. And in his dreams, he's back in the void with the silver fire before him, crackling.
Oh. Hello. Is this a bad time?
You sought connection, chosen one. What is it that you desire?
Oh, well, a lot of things. I've got a good prank on Penny that I'd really like that to go well coming up.
You would use that power for a mere prank?
No, that's right. You don't like jokes. All right. So you like watch me, right? And my brother, you watch my family. It's your thing.
We have guided the Bright Shield family for generations.
All right. So there wasn't like when we called you would answer, but you haven't been like keeping tabs on, Dagrin, me.
What is it you desire?
Well, I was wondering if... Do you remember 10 or so odd years ago, Dagrin started being a little like 10-year-old dick, right? He was a real awful person. And like, that's when he pushed me out of the canoe. That's when he started playing his stupid jokes, pushing me down the stuff. I was pretty young. But did he start acting, I guess like dark? Like, he liked violence. He didn't care about hurting people. The stuff he does now, was there like a change? Or do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Dagrin came into contact with dark powers. And those dark powers led him down the path that he is on now. It did not happen until his later years, though he has always been cruel.
Okay. Somehow, really deep down, that's comforting a little bit. There's someone I know who's just... I'm just getting a weird vibe, and I'll figure it out.
None of the compatriots around you have made contact with the enemy the way Dagrin has. If that is your concern.
Yeah, that's a way of putting it. The enemy. Ooh, that's big. Let's talk about that when I'm drunk another time. Because
you would not be drunk in your dreams.
Then it's not really my dreams, is it? Right, right. Sorry, you said no jokes. Okay. I mean, thank you, by the way. The sword and the blast, they're doing pretty good. I'm still gonna stick around here for a little longer.
Your powers are not ready to face those Dagrin wields. Someday.
Thank you.
Someday.
Right.
Your powers will be strong enough.
Right. Is there like a door I leave, or do you just sever the...
And the dream fades. And you bolt awake in your father's chair.
Ah! That's not what that was tricky. I run out of the room.
Yeah.
Come back in, put out the fire in the fireplace.
Okay.
Run out of the room.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna, at some point, maybe another week or so, I'll just send a note around to everyone saying, hey, let's meet at Janara's. Hey, Janara, is it all right if we all meet in your basement? Yeah. Let's meet at Janara's on a certain day.
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say close to the end of your first month of downtime, you all gather together at Janara's house. I will say at around the same time, Amos's amulet for you all is completed. So I don't know who wants to hold on to it, but the party now has a new item that is officially titled Amos's Amulet of Proof Against Detection and Location. It is a homebrew alteration on an item that already exists. I did create it in D&D Beyond, so somebody may add it, and it does require an attunement slot. Okay. But we can go more into detail about that shortly, because let's go through what Artemis is trying to accomplish with calling this meeting. So Artemis, you call this meeting of everybody.
Yeah. Just all hang out in the training room? That's the basement of your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because we always, it's like, it's good to see you all. There's I've wanted to do something for a while now, and I wanted everyone here for it. Because, well, frankly, it's big. That's what she said. Sorry, cutting the tension. But you're not feeling right. There's only one way to do something like this. And I pull out my violin, just begin a slow little medley and twirl around and start to dance and end up, striking a pose as I sing this song. I'll end, I don't know, down on one knee, striking a pose. And I sing. A long, long time ago.
Oh my God!
Well, I can still remember how music used to make me smile. I got some laughs and I got some yucks, but then I met you, chuckle fucks, and everything went hazy for a while. Wading through poop, it makes me shiver. But inspiration I'll deliver. I've never been so filthy. Pretty sure Bowmin wants to kill me. Well, I can't remember if I cried when I looked into her gorgeous eyes. But something moved me deep inside. Penny Presswell, would you be my bride? And I pull out a little golden ring with a hummingbird on it, and I hold it out.
Oh, what?
Benny?
Nick starts clapping.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Hi.
It finally happened. You finally are having a mental break. I can't.
Sorry, it's just.
This is maybe the greatest day of my life. What's happening?
I'm incredible, and I can be yours. Your father said he couldn't be here. Your brothers will be here later. Don't worry. They're all on board. They're all so excited.
Do you have a mind flayer in you? Did that spread when you were at Amos's?
No, don't worry, I already talked to them. It's you haven't said. I just kind of like wave the ring around. It's
Artie,
expensive. It's
I mean, okay, Artie, just real quick. I mean, I don't know if you're having a mental break or if this is for real or not, but I
finally have some clarity.
Okay, right. I never say it, but I figured we all knew I'm gay. So
we can.
No, don't do that.
But
you want to try proposing to Bowmin? You might have a little bit.
No, that's all right. I'll just hang on to this and
real fun. So,
Artemis, do you need some lay on hands? That was a.
No, it's just right. So that's all a big. Anyway, Penny, this isn't real. Sorry. He gets up. You know that. I know that. We all know that. This isn't.
Yeah. Okay. I figured.
You know how I said like a joke to cut the tension, but nobody was feeling the tension.
Mm-hmm. So
I didn't learn my lesson, and I tried it again.
To cut the tension, and that was the
joke. Because that's not why I got you all here. First of all, hey, this ring, if somebody wants this, it makes you a little more. It's the ring of evasion he's holding up. If you need to be a little more nimble on your feet and feel that it's not going to go your way, you can rub it. It's an attunement, and then you can be more nimble. It's 3 automatic successes on dexterity saving throws a day. So that's Artemis is offering that to anybody. Mull that over. Think about it. Otherwise, I can hang on to it. Right. So that's up for grabs. Anyone wants that? You want it?
No, but like, is there another reason that you invited us here? Because like, I'm all for. Like,
I mean, it's a nice ring.
Yeah.
Thank you. I spent a lot of money on it. As I also spent some money on these. He pulls out the little cluster of diamonds. Tell everybody, hey, if things go bad, as long as I'm around and we got 10 minutes, I can bring you back. So just as things are getting really dangerous, know that in the back of your mind. Or if you need to find me really quickly, you've got 10 minutes to find me. And get me to whoever needs it. So I've got these. Tuck them away. Yep. And well, I've also got, and I pull out the $200 bottle of booze. I've also got this that I thought we could all share on one condition. Bowmin, you keep saying that we don't know much about you because nobody's asked.
Yep.
Consider this my formal ask. I don't know who you are, or what you want, or how you even get your powers. I mean, I can see it's divine magic, because I can see that kind of stuff when I, And clearly it's not something you want to talk about, so this is expensive. If this will help, because I think booze is a way to your heart, but I don't really know anymore, because you're really dark now and then.
Dark?
Yeah, you're like you're a little violent. And maybe it's the air of mystery about you that...
This was inevitable. Honestly, I like this more than the proposal.
That's good, because this one's the real one. The proposal, that was just... I just needed to fuck with Penny again, because it's been a bit.
Artemis, I'll tell you this, all right? I don't like to reveal a lot about myself for good reason. But if you could beat me, I'll answer 3 questions. Can't lie, can't deceive. I'll answer any question you ask me. You just have to beat me in a duel.
Like we both shoot at the same target?
No,
or we 10 paces away and duel, or?
No, I mean fists, punching, kicking, weapons, spells. You have Revivify, so if we get too dangerous.
Not if I get killed.
Well, I'm pretty good. I'll make sure it doesn't. How about this? First person to get to kneel loses.
I was just gonna look around at everybody else.
Wait a second. Hold on. You said that the reason you don't talk about yourself is because no one asked. Someone just asked.
Yep.
But now you have more stipulations.
Well, there's some things.
The original statement.
This isn't people asking my favorite flavor of pie or my favorite color. This is people asking me about who I am, which I have a bit of a problem with.
Just seems like maybe you shouldn't have said, the reason I don't talk about my past is because no one asked me. Well, someone just asked. You shouldn't have said it in the first if you're going to change it.
First of all, no, I never said that specifically.
I remember differently.
Someone said, why didn't you say this? And I said, well, you didn't ask. That's it. That was that. So.
Also, I don't have a degree in psychology because I'm poor and unappreciated by the city. But isn't it interesting that you associate physical violence with opening up your emotional chakras? Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
That is.
Seems like something we should explore.
Penny, I am 60 years old. I have been in battlefield after battlefield. This is how I vent. This is my therapy.
Gosh, but it's not 700 years ago anymore. It's the new era.
So Artemis, we're in the training grounds anyways. Care for a battle?
All right, you changed the conditions. I'll raise you.
Okay.
So we'll throw down, or we'll throw things at each. Yeah, and it'll go really well for me. If I win, it's not 3. If I win, we get your life story.
Oh God.
Who you are, who you made a deal with for your powers, why you're here, and what you want. And this bottle's all yours.
I don't think that's necessarily the equal value on that. Okay, I'll 5.
If I lose, we don't talk about it ever again.
But yeah, I get that, but you're strong, Artemis. I get that. Well, like,
thank you.
All right.
It's all real. It's not a facade at all.
Come on, old man. You can take him. Don't be afraid.
Does anybody want to place our own bets?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm just in the corner drinking.
I think Artie can do it.
Wow.
Fine. But the caveat is there's a lot of people in this room that have access to papers and, stories. It doesn't leave the room.
Don't worry, Bowmin. I won't tell anyone.
I'm not worried about you, Nix.
You should just say who you're worried about.
Penny Presswell, please don't tell anyone.
Octavia also works for the paper.
Yeah. Oh.
Her dad owns the paper. She's narc number 1.
But that is the terms. Artemis, you win. You win.
Oh, did I win? I won the fight?
No. If you win, you get everything. But after tonight, I answer no more questions. It's just answers for tonight.
Fine.
And only Artemis can ask them.
Ooh, I need my friends though, because there's a good chance I'm not going to have any teeth left.
When you say you're not going to answer any more questions after today, does that include questions like,
how are you?
Oh, where should we go for dinner? Or, oh, which person should we kill? Or, oh, should we leave them alive or take them as a witness? Those questions as well? I just want to be clear on the statement.
I see what you're doing, and I get it. It's actually quite funny. I really like it. But
Is it cute?
It's cute. Yeah. Anyways, shall we, Artemis? Anything off the table?
I mean, like I don't want to like maim you, and you don't want to maim, right? You don't want I have magic. We'll be fine.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
All right, Bowmin. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
With that, I'll have each of the two of you roll initiative just to determine who goes first, and then we'll alternate turns between the two of you. And we'll assume that neither of you are going for lethal damage. So
yes, non-lethal damage.
So you don't have to declare that. Okay. What did we get?
I got a 15.
Okay. Artemis?
I just used up a net 20 for 24.
Okay, so Artemis has the first turn in this duel. So everybody else, sort of steps back as Artemis and Bowmin square up for their duel. Artemis.
Wait, let me do a long rest. Let me take a long rest. First.
Do a long rest from the train heist.
Hey, that was not part of the deal.
Let me just take a quick 8-hour nap.
Because Artie sleeps on the floor.
I don't know what to do. He's just sleeping there. Should we call someone?
I think
it's all part of the plan.
He forfeits.
After the proposal, he really lost his mind, guys. I some emotional damage.
All right. Artemis is real nervous. He's gonna walk forward, walk back, walk forward, walk back. We are going to cast a spell on myself and
we're unsupervised.
I don't know what to do.
Quick, kill someone off.
Keep going.
Okay.
And that's how we defeated Fear Kindler. All right. Good season, everybody.
Ben's gone. Great. So I will cast Armor of Oikos, and the ice crystals will come on at 3rd level.
Nice. Does that do any special
Nope,
effects?
it's just me.
Okay.
I mean, it does something if you hit me. And bonus action, we will Hexblade's Curse you.
Okay. Do I have to make a saving throw for that?
Nope. Okay. Artemis is too scared to do anything first.
What's Hexblade's Curse do?
You see he points at you and some like blue flames kind of lick around you. Doesn't hurt.
Okay.
It just helps me.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Great. All right. So first we're going to cast as a bonus action, Branding Smite.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? Let's just go ahead and just swing at you with my crowbar.
Oh, I meant to cast the other spell first. Well, here we go.
Artemis does a 24 hit.
This is going to be bad if it does. We will burn a reaction and see. -2 to that. So yeah,
That's
it hits.
22 hit. Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
All right. So let me just get all my dice out for you. Okay, we got 1 dice. 2
One
dice,
hit wonder happening
3
here.
dice. 1, 2. Okay.
So branding smite is 2d6 damage. It is radiant damage, if that means anything to you.
I have everything straight. I have no resistances or anything.
That is max damage. So that's 19 for just the melee damage. And then we're going to add another 11 onto that. So that's 30 damage. That's 30 damage already. And you know what? Let's just round it out with some Divine Smite.
Sure.
You know?
You're a paladin.
Okay. So that's going to be another... Sorry, nah. So you're going to take a whopping 42 damage.
Yeah. Easy.
And you know, I do this as a bonus action. This is a bonus action. Okay.
The branding smite bonus action.
Yes. No. I know. I was seeing if I could do a different thing as a reaction. So, and that will be Bowman's turn.
Great. You take 15 points of cold damage from the armor as it shatters against you. Great. Well, goodbye temporary hit points from that. All right. Oh, that hurt a lot. It's my turn?
Yep.
Great. Easy. I can do this all day. Simple. Did you even hit me? Couldn't tell. He's gonna cast Mirror Image. So there are 4 Artemis. And...
Is that Artemis?
Artemuses.
Artemis.
He's still not gonna hit you, because I don't have any bonus actions to attack.
Nothing?
That's it!
Oh, man. Okay. So we're just gonna hit you with my crowbar. Oh shit! You know what? I could have done second attack, but we'll say that we
Thank
didn't.
you.
Bowman's starting ramping up a little bit easy. All right, Artemis. This is a good question for you. Does a 25 hit?
I mean, let me double check how. I'm so nervous for this now. Mirror image. I mean, no, it does not. It hits an image.
Oh man. Okay. Well, quick question for you, Ben.
Yeah.
Is Fine Steed... Oh, that takes 10 minutes to summon. Nah, I'm not going to do that then. Never mind. Bowman is going to... Second attack only works if I make contact the first time, right?
No, you can do 2 attacks per attack.
Awesome. Great. All right. Does a 20 hit?
I will cutting words and we'll see. Damn it, -3, that's my armor class. Yep.
Well, right. You'll have to check for your mirror image.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you. What is it now? I roll higher than 8? Nope, rolled under. It hits.
Okay.
There's no way I live.
So let's see. I mean, Bowman didn't do branding smite this time. Oh, by the way, you're glowing with a radiant scar right now.
Is it cute?
No. It's so cute. I rolled the rank wrong dice.
Over his face. But do I look good?
And then, all right, so you're taking 15 melee damage. Artemis, you can just say uncle. Just
Fuck
kneel.
You.
Just kneel. All right, and then you know what? Let's round it up with a 2nd level Divine Smite. So that's 3d8s.
That's not a thing I can counterspell, is it?
No.
I burned my
You
reaction.
can't counterspell Divine Smite.
Nah.
All right, so I gave... What was the first number I gave you? It was
15.
What? 15. So you're going to take another 18 damage. So total of 33 damage.
33 damage total?
Total, yep.
That is exactly what I have left.
And with that, Artemis, you drop to your knees. Your spell breaks, and you give in to Bowmin's superior physical might.
Well, I guess Bowmin's never telling us anything ever.
Okay. 3 questions. I'll answer them. And I get the bottles.
I'm gonna heal Artemis.
Thank you.
I'm not asking Bowmin this, but did the rest of you think that he means 3 questions ever? Like
No,
he will only answer 3 questions for the rest of time?
Bowmin just be saying a lot of things and then geriatrically forgetting that he said those things. And
hey, was that an old joke?
Yes, it was ageism actually. So yeah.
Wow. 3 questions about me for tonight that you can ask me. After that, I'm not going to answer any more questions tonight.
Okay.
Not each of you get 3, collectively 3. Good job, Artemis, by the way.
Am I live yet?
Yes, you. Sorry. Heal yourself 9, but I can heal you in a different way too, and I can't find it.
Bowman's gonna just lay on hands, just pat Artemis on the back, just lay on hands, just take 15 plus.
So
how do I heal from?
So Hope's light comes out of Janara and heals Artemis, and then Bowmin pats Artemis and gives him some hit points as well. And Bowmin has agreed, despite winning, to answer 3 questions about his past, so y'all should consider.
May we
take
have
5 more take 5 more life.
Thank you. I'm sitting pretty. Thank you.
Just in case we get jumped, you know.
In Janara's basement.
Yep.
May we have a conference away from Bowmin to think about the questions?
I'm going to open up this bottle.
Enjoy it.
Artemis, you seem like you had very specific questions for Bowmin.
Yeah, I'm all for giving you all 3 if you want.
Well, there's like 12 of him in front of me right now. And I don't know which one's the real one. But yeah, I'm feeling better by the second, but
we can ask them for you, but what do you want to know?
You get your divine powers from some sort of deity. I think. Unless I'm wrong.
So, who does he get
What's
his
up
powers
with
from?
that?
I am quickly looking under. Here we go.
Such a good question.
Hey, yeah, Bowmin, I'll message you individually and we can chat about that. If the rest of you want to come up with your other 2 questions.
Totally not. Sorry. Never talked about that.
Oh, incredible.
He has no idea.
No idea.
I have no idea.
I mean, okay, so we know Bowman's from Cormyr, so he claimed.
Yeah. He's never been married.
Never been married.
We learned yesterday, last time.
No kids.
That he knows of.
What are his dreams and aspirations? Where does he see himself in 5 to 10 years?
Dead.
We can ask what happened to his family.
We could ask why he thinks he deserves to be homeless.
Can I?
That's a good one.
Can I pop?
That's a good one.
Real quick, just to because I have a list of everything that Bowman's told you guys. Bowmin has told you that he was an orphan. He doesn't have a family.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Thank God we all remembered that. Thank you, Sam. All right. Where'd you come from? Where did you go?
Why does he think? I think why he thinks he deserves to be homeless is a good question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that what you're asking, Bowmin?
What's our 3rd question?
What do you think? Okay. Why you
homeless?
homeless, future deity. We could just feel it out based upon what he answers.
Yeah.
We could game this. Game this goof.
Mm-hmm.
Third question. Do you care that you're hurting me?
We could ask.
You know you're breaking my heart.
We could ask what his intentions are with the group. If you feel
that's a good one.
Untrustworthy of him, which it seems like you do. I'm just here for the drama, okay? I'm not here
here for the drama, not the ring.
It's at all. I don't know what's happening. Last I talked, you guys were best friends, and now you hate each other. And I thought it was going to be a team meeting about our next job. I didn't think it was going to be a marriage proposal and some diamonds and then a fight to the death.
Yeah, this has been a lot.
Well,
I feel like if you have questions, you should ask, because truthfully, I'm not suspicious of Bowmin. So if you're getting a vibe, I think you should ask.
Great. Have you guys chatted offline enough? Have we stalled enough?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Thanks, everyone. All right, Bowmin.
That's another question.
As his real name is, yeah.
Yeah, we know that's not your actual name. Who do you serve and why?
I don't serve anyone. I was a paladin for the country of Cormyr. I get my powers from when I was serving Cormyr.
So it's not a person or an entity?
No, it's the people of Cormyr.
That's so cute.
Why do you think I harbor such pride for what I was? Well, where we come from.
Yeah. So you fought in the war, is what you've said.
Yes.
Is that also what saw a bunch of battles and no, I'm just trying to get as much information out of you without actually asking questions.
Fine, I am halfway down this bottle. It's very good.
Already?
You guys were talking a long time.
Yeah. All right. So you've fought in a bunch of battles and you carry those scars with you.
Yes.
So, second question. Is there more to it than that, to why you think you don't deserve things? A house? Friends? Gotta throw that out there.
Well, I didn't want to be that person, but I thought we were all friends.
Fucking...
But
I've just wanted you to call me your friend this entire time.
Artemis, I consider you one of my closest friends.
I'm so confused.
But as for my choice to be homeless, because many of you have offered a home, which I'm very grateful, when you spend your life of servitude to a idea, a business, or like a country, and that country falls, it haunts you, and you don't feel like you don't deserve anything else. You deserve dirt, because that's what's left of your home and what you were supposed to task to protect. So I choose as a form of penance, really.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. You individually, not your fault that Cormyr failed. You were not a one-man military. I'm just guessing.
You didn't see me on the battlefield.
It kind of feels
sure
like a one-man military.
You were fantastic, but there are typically forces at play that individual soldiers have no say in or knowledge of. So taking all of that responsibility, you can probably take some of that pressure off of your shoulders and leave it in the place that you sleep each night and go find a warm bed. Like leave the pressure there so that there, like, if you want to think about it, there's something there that's paying your penance, and it's the pressure that you feel that you're leaving there, and then go find a place to sleep with a room.
I'm working on it. It's a work in progress.
Well,
but thank you, Nix. I really appreciate that. Third question.
All right. Third question. Okay, picking between those. Is there a way to weave them together? I mean, besides us and everything we've gotten involved in, what are you doing here? This isn't Cormier. It never has been. You running from something, or why are you in Waterdeep?
I wasn't just a soldier. I did a lot of bad things for Cormier, in the name of Cormier, of course. And I know that if I stayed, that anyone that I came in contact with would be in danger. So I ran, and I hid. Do you remember the conversation we had with Rose outside the party, where she said that she wanted to run away, and you said that it's not a good idea?
Yes. We need to loop back on her, by the way, because I'd learned something that's gonna, but we'll come back. I remember.
That's what I was talking about. Sometimes running away is the only option that you have. That or putting everyone at risk.
Right, and I'm gonna shoot my last shot here. You're not just gonna offer up more details around bad things you did?
You can ask one detail on that one. Ask. Sure, I'll give you a detail. I worked for the government specifically with 3 other individuals. We were a special force, and that's all I can say. At least until you get another bottle. This is empty.
I'm basically out of money now, so...
I'm sure you'll find some more.
Probably.
But yes, I hope none of you think I like hurting people.
Well, it's nice to hear it. I mean,
I
was starting to... No one else is speaking.
I mean, I didn't think you liked hurting people.
No.
For the record.
When you do something enough, it just becomes going through the motions. It's not necessarily a second thought. And that's something else I'm working on. It's hard to value the life of another person when you have so little value to your own. So I honestly thank you all. These past few months have been great, and I'm growing.
You're sleeping here tonight, right?
Nah, I gotta stretch off a little bit. I think I pulled a muscle hitting Artemis a couple times.
You want me to heal you?
No, it's fine. I can heal myself. Thank you very much. I gotta go. Yeah. Any other questions as we're airing it out? I can't answer truthfully, but maybe I feel generous.
What's your last name?
Of Cormier.
Is that the name you were given at birth?
I wasn't given a name at birth. I was given a name when they found me.
And they called you Bowmin of Cormier when they found you? What did they call you when they found you?
And would you look at the time? I have to go.
You shouldn't be drinking and walking.
I'm stumbling and drinking, okay?
Stay away from that knife alley.
And Bowmin just walks out.
Sorry if that was too you know.
We learned some stuff.
Yeah. We did. But as someone who grew up around adventuring parties, trust is very important.
Right. He just started reminding me of my brother now and then. So I'll get better.
Well, it doesn't help when he says sketchy things all the time and then just looks at us and then we're like, can you clarify? And then he says, whoa, look at the time. I mean, he does that all the time. It's very suspicious. And if we're all working together, it's good that we know background information about people.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I don't have anything, no other fake proposals or anything to discuss. The ring is up for grabs, but I'm not a marriage type of person, so I'm not up for grabs. Although I would be up for. I don't feel very well right now, so.
Why don't we walk home, Artemis? Why don't we should just walk home?
Right, because we live together, don't we?
We live together.
Right.
You can take me and my dad out anytime.
I took your dad out a month ago.
Yeah.
We had a good night in the town.
Yeah. Yeah. Look.
Can I lean on you as we walk?
Sure.
I might throw up on you as well.
Okay.
And with that,
Thanks.
we'll say all of you make your way home for the evening. And one by one find your way to bed. Artemis, was there anything else you wanted to do during your period of downtime?
Nope. He's gonna spend the rest of his downtime crying in shame.
And doing your job or no?
Yeah. He'll check in on the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Bowmin, hey, we just had a big reveal about you. It only seems right that we cover what you want to do during your downtime. What's Bowmin up to?
So Bowmin still gonna work with his charity work. I am going to read the message I sent you. And it's gonna be working with a priest that is going to regain his light a little bit more. Probably gonna take a little bit longer. Just for a timeline, let's just say that working with the priest thing was before the Artemis fight, and anything happens afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. So in the weeks leading up to your confrontation with Artemis, you continue, doing volunteer work in the little Cormier neighborhood and stuff. And eventually, after a few days, the priest Anselm says, Bowmin, you've been doing a lot of work around here, and as we discussed, we want to try to help you find your way back to the light. So based on what I know about you, I think it best that part of your journey be helping the people around here. You already do that quite a bit, but
Thank you.
But come with me. It's more than just serving food. And he leads you, through the streets of this particular part of town, and you see a bunch of former Cormyrians out and about, and he says, many of the people who live here in Little Cormyr were displaced from their homes in the aftermath of the war, and they came here to Waterdeep seeking a new future.
Yes, I can relate to that.
Yes. Well, some of them are worse off than others, but everyone here in this part of town is struggling. And I think your path to claiming a new light inside of you is to help them find their path. By helping them find their path, you can find yours.
How does one help another find their path? It sounds like the blind leading the blind.
I know. Today we'll start with something a little more specific. And he leads you to a site where they are putting up, there's a bunch of people working on putting up basically a community center. It's in the middle of this construction project. And Anselm says to you, why don't you help them?
Of course. Let's. I can put things together. Yes. Not break them apart like everything else. Put them together.
And you join in and help them continue this construction project on this community center. And that's what you spend your next several, weekends of volunteer work doing, is helping them construct this community center. And then what else did Bowmin want to do? We'll say this next part is after your fight with Artemis.
So just throughout his time, he's also still going to go to work, obviously.
Yeah.
Got to get that money.
Yeah.
Bowmin kind of Bowmin's just kind of keeping up tabs with Snack, kind of hanging out. But he specifically wants to help Snack get some things to make magical items for his shop specifically. Not necessarily he wants a magical item made for Bowmin, but he wants to help Snack get the things he needs. Because, you need to have materials to do things.
Yeah.
Either smuggling things in through the black market or doing random odds and ends tasks.
We'll say one day you go and you meet up with Snack and you offer this assistance, and Snack says, well, actually there's a bit of a deal that I'm working on, getting some more components that I need. And I could use someone like you to just be there and be sort of a tough figure in the background, make sure I'm getting a good deal.
Well, that's just me. Any day or so. Happy to help.
All right, let's do it. So the two of you go to this black market deal. Bowmin, I'll go ahead and have you roll an intimidation check.
Gosh, come on, nat 20. Okay, well, you couldn't tease me like that. That was a 19 on the die, but intimidation plus 7, 26 intimidation.
All right, we'll say with that, your presence helps Snack get a very good deal on some materials that he needs for enchantment. And he says, you know what, Bowmin? Next time you come in to buy something, bigger discount than usual.
Oh, Snack.
But I'm a little tapped out on stock, so you're gonna have to give me a little bit to get some stuff together. But
and if you need help, just give me a hand. Just give me, I'll stop by. We'll play cards and
all right.
we'll do things.
yeah, I'll see you and the other guys for card night as usual.
Yeah. No. I hear Vin is trying to cheat his way next time, so
well, I'll make sure to bring my A game then.
He's not good at cheating. All right. Have a good day, Snack.
You too, Bowmin. Great. Anything else for Bowmin?
Yeah, Bowmin wants to walk up to Artemis's house.
Okay.
After the fight.
Yeah.
Let's say morning after.
Okay.
And just knock and see if he's there.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually, Artemis, if you're home, you answer the door.
Well, Daniel answers
the door. Let's Bowmin.
He's getting very good at his job.
Yes, that's true.
Yes. Yes, I'm there.
Artemis.
In a chair with like several ice packs.
Artemis, could we go for a walk?
Hide the ice packs. Yeah. I was thinking I should probably talk to you again anyway. You're not going to kill me, right?
I would never kill you with you knowing.
Because yesterday was your chance.
Yeah, and I didn't.
I know. Sorry, but... Well, yes, let's walk.
Great, the two of you go on a walk about the neighborhood.
Artemis, I don't... Like I said last night, I've considered you a very good friend, and we've done a lot together. So, I'm going to tell you something, but you cannot tell the rest, please. And I'm asking nicely.
Can I hug you first?
No.
I mean, yes. I agree. My real word, not the fake one I said to Penny when I said I wouldn't prank her again.
It's been a long time since I've said it. About over 10 years now. But my real name is not Bowmin. My real name is Zemmark of Cornmere.
Zemmark?
Yeah. Let me just look at my background real quick. How to spell that? Zemark.
Zemmark of Cornmere. Wow. It's a very powerful name.
Yeah. But please just call me Bowmin. I came up with that name on the ride over here from Cornmere. And it's just stuck. So
all right.
I don't want you to think that I am untrustworthy.
I have been letting a lot of other thoughts and bad experiences get to me.
Of course.
No.
Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own weight to deal with.
You know, my mother used to say when I was really little, find someone, because I've always been a little, Dagrin's bigger than me. And she used to recommend that I find someone, strong to keep me safe.
Artemis, I'll tell you this right now. I cannot keep you safe.
Well, that's not what I was expecting. All right.
Frankly, I don't think you need anyone to keep you safe. You're quite strong and a capable person. You don't fight with your fists, but you fight with your words. And that's a weapon that could conquer kingdoms.
Maybe it will. We'll see. Thanks.
But the reason why go on. No, after you.
Well, you
no.
After you, I was going to.
No.
I'm sorry that it took that much, and you had to do what I'm sure was very hard for you deep down, and hit me like that, because I know you actually are very much in love with me. I know everyone
Artemis,
is.
I'm going to say that last night itched an itch that I've been having for quite some time, and now I don't have that itch anymore. So
that's very confusing, but I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you really consider me one of your friends?
My best friend.
Artemis cries.
Okay, well, we're not going to walk anymore if you do that. The neighbors will see.
Minor illusion. Hide the tears on my face.
You just hear her wailing.
You just Artemis smiling. You just hear. And I know you like the streets, but I can kick Penny out whenever. Or I'll build you another room. You can, whenever you want it. I'll even have like a window that you'll only have the key. You'll come and go whenever you want. And we'll get up to shenanigans more than we do now. And I'm glad to remind myself that I have you back.
I don't want you to kick out Peter and Penny.
I won't. I mean, they can stay forever. They can have the house if they want. Don't tell her that, because she's really weird about, like, taking things, but...
Yeah, okay. I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Right. Do you want to go see if Peter wants to get a drink or something?
Oh, God, I haven't drunk with Peter in so long. He's so funny.
He's a very nice man.
He's so funny.
Dad, more than me.
Great.
Yeah, because I don't yell at him.
The two of you return to Artemis's house and get drinks with Peter. Peter Senior. Excuse me. Great.
I mean, if the twins are there, we could invite them as well.
Yeah. Bowmin, did you have anything else you were going to try to get done during this downtime, or is that it?
Nope. Bowmin had a pretty productive 2 months.
All right. Great. All right, last but not least is, of course, Janara. So real quick, Janara, at the end of the first month of downtime, around the same time that Artemis calls
the meeting,
a courier arrives at your home and delivers a gift from Amos Durant.
Great.
Again, the Amos has finished the amulet. The amulet is called Amos's Amulet of Proof Against Detection and Location. I said the exact spelling of that in the group chat. So, it is a magic item. It does require attunement. But whoever is attuned to that amulet and is wearing it is immune to all scrying magic and to all divination magic, including scrying, and everyone within 60 feet of them is as well.
Damn.
Great.
It is an exceptionally good magic item for this purposes. Amos does not deliver it himself because he is... he just doesn't. He sends a courier to deliver it.
Yep.
But, yes. You now have that magic item. You may equip it yourself as long as you have an attunement slot, or you free up an attunement slot, but otherwise, you can talk to your teammates and decide who should wear it.
I'm going to hold on to it right now. I've already attuned to it. I'm not planning on holding on to it the whole time, but I need it for something. After I get it, I'm going to contact Freedom and tell her I need to see her.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get in touch with Freedom, and Freedom comes to your home and visits. says, Genora, how you doing?
Hi. I'm going to have her the bottle of whatever I always see her drinking. I'm going to bring her into the sitting room.
Yeah.
Well, the dining room where we normally meet.
Yeah. The war room.
The war room. I know we're supposed to be laying low, but you know me. I have a favor to ask you.
Okay.
And I want to keep it between us for right now.
Okay.
I want to buy information. And I feel like you are probably the one who would be able to get me in touch with someone who would have such information.
All right.
Can you help me with that?
Yes, I can. What do you
Okay. I want 2 pieces of information. First, I just know Lance Margister is up to something. I want proof. I want proof that he's not a good person. I don't quite care what form that comes in, but I want something to just verify that what I know is the case. If it's something that we can act on, that would be wonderful, but I want something. I'll pay whoever can get me some form of proof, 250 talents.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see what I can drum up. What was the other piece of information you wanted?
This one is more sensitive. I want to find the agent that keeps showing up after our big fights. I'm going to describe Octavia's mom without saying it's Octavia's mom. I want her location. I want where she goes. And I'm not going to give all the information until I can personally verify it. But I will pay someone 1,500 gold pieces if you can give me an exact location, an exact schedule, especially when she's alone. I want us to be able to hunt her down and get her, because I know Amos can get that thing out of her and she can be off of our radar.
That's a lot of money.
I know.
Finding someone particular in the Watchful Order will be hard. I can't make
know.
any promises my contacts will be able to.
That's why I'm offering so much. I'm hoping it's enough.
I'll see what I can do. I'll put out feelers. I'll
Okay.
mention the money rule.
If someone can get me some information, not all the information, I'll give them part of it. Maybe not the whole 1,500, but if I can get something that I can try to act on, even if it's, not super concrete, I'll pay someone for that. But if someone can get me what I need, I will give them 1,500 gold piece or 1,500 talents.
Yeah. You have this meeting with Freedom. You share that information. Freedom goes out, reaches out to her contacts. A couple 10 days later, Freedom returns to your house and asks you to come with her. And the two of you go meet up with one of her contacts, who is hooded, mask covering their face, like they're very much clearly do not want to be known.
Okay.
I heard you were looking for information about Mr. Margister.
I was.
I got some information for you. I heard there was a money reward for said information.
There sure is.
Can I get the money first?
I'll give you 50 talents, and I'll give you the rest after you give me the information.
Yeah, make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Oh, I'm using luck. That was a lot better. 19.
All right, give it here.
Okay.
Yeah, you hand over the first part of the payment. Takes, he counts it. All right. 3 years ago, a bunch of people that Mr. Margister, a bunch of government officials that Mr. Margister had, Margister's relatively young.
Yeah.
It's remarkable that he is the head of the Congressional Caucus.
Yeah.
There were some older politicians that were the head of the Congress. About 3 years ago, they died of old age. And suddenly, Mr. Margister was the head of the Congressional Caucus.
Ah. Do you happen to remember their names? It's probably something I can look up if you don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben.
No, you're fine. There were a few of them.
Brian.
But the most important one was a man by the name of Bran.
Keep on.
Bran Cadman. He was the head of the Congressional Caucus for the People's Vote Coalition before his untimely demise.
All right. I can look into that.
3 years before that, Mr. Margister was not even in Congress. But the congressman whose position he now holds mysteriously passed away as well. His name was Hubert Roderick.
What position was that for?
Just the congressman for the district that Mr. Margister is currently congressman of.
Okay, and I'm sorry, what was his name? Hubert?
Hubert Roderick.
Furiously writing notes. Okay.
And 3 years before that, individuals attending a Margister house party, a handful of them, mysteriously died a few days later.
Ah, from a party.
I don't have those names specifically.
That's okay. Looks like I need to get invited to a party.
It seems that those who get in Mr. Lance Margister's way have a tendency to pass away.
Thank you. That has been most helpful. I'm going to give him the other 200 talents. Money well spent.
Yeah, so that is what you get on Lance Margister. Unfortunately, you do not get anything at this time about Octavia's mom, though the feeler is put out. Is there anything that Janara wanted to do during this period of downtime?
Janara is going to, gosh. I feel Janara wants either Penny or Octavia to have the actual amulet because they both seem to be the most in danger for different reasons. Would she know which one had a slot for it?
I mean, y'all can decide that like out of game who
perfect.
Who needs it most. Yeah.
I'm just going to send a message to my parents. I'll send like a letter to my parents.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably it.
Okay.
Just hope that she gets some sort of information.
Great. As we approach the end of your second month of downtime, it is close to the end of the 5th month of the year. We're well into spring. It's a rainy night. Heavy downpour, thunder and lightning. Freedom is in her small apartment.
No, this bitch gonna die.
Just, moving about for the evening. She's making herself a bit of dinner. With a crash of thunder, there's a loud bang at her door. She whirls around as the door swings open. Broken open. Vinny, flanked by 2 thugs, enters Freedom's apartment. Freedom says, Vinny, you scared me. What did you want? I hear you've been working on other projects behind my back. I don't care for that too much. I don't care for that too much at all, Freedom. Vinny, I don't. You're gonna come with me, and you're gonna learn what happens when you cross me. Freedom frantically pulls out her sending stone to send a message to Octavia. As she does, Vinny throws a meat cleaver at her hand. And Octavia, the only words that you get of the message are, "It's Vinny, please help." And that's where we'll end tonight's episode. Thank you all very much for playing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.